Well, happy today, manifestors. If this is your first time joining me, I'm Mercedes. And yes, you're manifesting with Mercedes. I help people create more peace, more power, more prosperity in their lives. I honestly, specifically like to focus on Money. But whatsoever state you find yourself in, know that you have the power to create more, to elevate, to expand. And if by chance you are exactly where you want to be, personally, professionally, spiritually, physically, and financially, be clear, you can maintain it. Just be intentional about it. So I come to you few times a week. My oldest sister, Dr. Walia, tells me I need to be spread knowledge like every day. And that honestly would make my soul full. Like it would prosper my soul. So I might consider what she's saying. But I come to you a couple times a week to let you know simple ways that you can shift your thinking and create the life that you desire. Most of the time, when you hear people talking about manifesting, when you hear people talking about speaking things into existence, the focus is on getting something right now, getting a certain amount of money in a certain period of time. But I'm real clear, y'all. I'm really clear that you're calling things forth and making manifest specific things, specific opportunities, specific relationship, specific amounts of money. It does not have to be intermittent occurrences, but you can make manifesting a lifestyle so that you're deliberately creating what you want and what you desire in your life. And so that's why I share my research, my teachings, my life's findings with each and every one of you. Those of you who have become subscribers, thank you so much. Manifestors, would you click that button that says subscribe and pay the $4.99 sow into fertile ground and support this amazing, amazing, amazing work that I do. Yes, I am still in the running for a total $10,000 bonus when I get a specific number of subscribers by looks like I got 10 days left. Today's the 20th, so I have till the 30th of this month. So do it now, cancel anytime. I appreciate you immensely. So last week, Friday, I went to a meeting about 4:30, and I walked in the door, and there was a young lady who was already there when I got there. And when I walked in the door, she said, "Hey, Miss Mercedes." Can y'all believe I'm old enough for somebody to be calling me Miss Mercedes? But listen, she said, "Hey, Miss Mercedes." I said, "Hey, how are you?" She said, "Have you been busy?" And I said, "If I want to." That's what we're chatting about today, y'all. Being busy does not mean success. And not being busy doesn't mean that you're slacking, right? So as you come on, let me know where in the world you're manifesting from, whether it's live or on the replay. What city, what state, what country, what continent. And go ahead and share this in your groups, share it on your page, share it with somebody you believe can benefit because they just always busy, right? So she said, "You been busy?" And I said, "If I want to." And she said, "You know what? I really do like that." As we move along in our lives, right? We live in a society, we live in a space and in a place where everybody's just always so busy, where everybody is moving from place to place. You gotta, I mean, I got girlfriends who will text me and ask me, can they call me? I mean, ma'am, just pick up the telephone and call me. I have good friends who will say, can we schedule a time to have a chat? Ma'am, just pick up the phone and call me. It's like our lives are so busy and so inundated with stuff and activities and work responsibilities and family responsibilities and community commitments. And listen, I wholeheartedly believe in structure. I wholeheartedly believe that we should be managing our time. We should be productive as we're working to be both peaceful and prosperous, right? But all of this busyness, y'all, it does not equate to success. And I did a conversation a few days ago or a few weeks ago that said more action or more activity doesn't necessarily mean more results. Sometimes you got to clean up the energy before you start doing new things. Elsewise, you're just going to have more energy with the same results. In this vein, right, in this conversation, sometimes we think those people who are the busiest are the most successful. We think those people who are the busiest are the ones who are at the top of the field. And the truth is, if you're busy with a bunch of stuff that does not feed your soul, then you're just doing stuff. You're not necessarily manifesting, creating, or building the life that you desire. If you're going from hour to hour, if you're going from minute to minute, if you're going from second to second, and you don't have a moment to stop and eat lunch, you don't have a moment to go use the bathroom. Can I talk on that for a minute? You don't have a moment to take a breather and actually reflect on what's going on around you. Your busyness isn't necessarily, and if you like it, like, keep doing it. But if your busyness isn't putting you in a state and in a place where you can enjoy the magnificence of this world, you don't have the ability or the time to delight your senses, your sense of sight, to see what you want to see, your sense of taste, to sit down and actually enjoy a meal instead of woofing it down like so many of the old folks say. If you don't have a minute to stop and listen to some good music, listen to the birds chirping, listen to whatsoever will calm you or excite you, if you don't have a moment to actually in your physical body feel the magnificence of your existence on planet Earth, then your busyness is counterproductive to producing what would allow your power to flow, and you be in a state where you're creating more of what you desire. If you're busy and you're going from appointment to appointment, obligation to obligation, commitment to commitment, when you continue to do that and you continue to operate in that vein and sow energy in that vein, that's what you're going to keep reaping, and that's what's going to continue to come towards you. Now, be clear on this. If that's what you like and that's what you love, that's perfectly fine. But what I'm clear on is that many people, that's not what they like. Many people, that's not what they want. Now, as an entrepreneur, like as a person who has the opportunity to plan their day and decide when their appointments will start and decide when they're gonna spend time in prayer and meditation and decide when they're going to exercise and when they're going to eat and set their own schedule. For me, I have come to realize that the hustle and the bustle of being busy doesn't feed my soul, right? The hustle and bustle of always rushing towards, speeding towards a deadline, it doesn't flow well with me at this stage and at this place in my life. And I'm glad that I came to this point, but I wish somebody had told me to be intentional about how I craft and create my day a long time ago, because I would have got to this place and I would have got to this space long ago. There are people who, if you ask them, are they busy, and they're not, they will feel bad. I honestly used to be one of those people. I was the lady who literally would get on a plane on Sunday, fly out Sunday to be at my destination on Monday. And every single day, at least 3 or 4 days, sometimes 5 days in that week, I would be in a different city and or a different state every single day of the week. And I absolutely loved it. The days I was not on the road, I was in meetings with nonprofit consulting and designing training programs and writing funding proposals and creating strategic initiatives that allow leaders to see make manifest their vision, see leaders make manifest what they desire for their entities, for their organizations. And when I came to a point where I would block out 2-3 days on my calendar, I literally, y'all, would feel guilty because I was doing nothing. And one day I was having a conversation with my sister, and she was like, why in the world would you feel guilty? You need to rest. You need to be still. You need to enjoy the fruits of your labor. And then I remember sometimes my mama would call me and she would say, well, do you think you can take some more time off? Well, do you think you can find a break? Well, do you think you can just find something totally different to do? Because I was always running and going. And at that time, be clear, I loved what I was doing when I was that busy. I loved what I was doing because I was having the opportunity to speak and share my great message and my life's work and impacting the lives of people. But at some point, you realize that there just might be a better way to do it. At some point, you realize and you embrace that if you don't change it, then it will change you. You will make some decisions about how you do what you do, or your body will make the decisions for you. So you don't always necessarily have to be busy in order to produce the results that you want and the results that you desire. But what you do want to make sure of is that as you intentionally work to use your power to create, to expand, to elevate, to serve even more people, that busyness is not at the forefront of the work, but that significance is at the forefront of the work. That busyness is not underscored, the activity is not underscored with what will take you to success or what will take you to the outcomes and the results that you desire. But it is the creation of what feeds your soul that's going to keep you getting up in the morning, even when your physical body may not feel like it. It is the use of your gifts and talents that will keep you up and doing what you love to do, when otherwise you would have stopped, you would have faltered, you would have possibly fallen by the wayside. Do I have 12 and 14-hour days now? I do. The truth is they're few and far between. But the reason I don't spend 12 and 14-hour days because I've learned how to deliberately, with my thought work in the spirit realm, create what needs to be created, like my big God did. Create what needs to be created before it's made manifest in the earth realm. The other side to that is, y'all, we do a whole bunch of activities that are not necessarily prudent for what will help us create. We're involved in a whole bunch of stuff that doesn't necessarily take us closer to what we desire to see made manifest. And if you're just doing stuff, and that stuff, like if it's related to money, that stuff does not lend to income producing activities, then what you're doing is not, it may not be counterproductive, but it may not be doing what you desire for it to do. If you're just involved in programs, if you're just attending sessions, if you're just doing things that are taking up your time and not necessarily lending to your forward movement, then it's time to take a look if the busyness is actually benefiting you. Busyness doesn't benefit most people, y'all. Busyness takes up time. And so being busy doesn't necessarily mean results. So if you're looking to manifest more peace, if you're looking to manifest more power, if you're looking to manifest more prosperity in your own existence, then take a look at what is just busyness that's taking up your time versus that which will lend to you enjoying life more, that which will lend to you getting to the goal quicker. Do y'all remember, I don't know if they still do it now or not, but do y'all remember in elementary school, in middle school, in high school, and teachers would sometimes give busy work? They just wanted to occupy your mind. They just wanted to occupy your activity. They just wanted to like channel some of the energy of some of the people who couldn't channel their own energy. So we would be given busy work. And while busy work often looks good, and while busy work meets the need and the goal of the person who gives it, it doesn't necessarily benefit the person who's actually doing it. So what you have to determine in your existence to create and enjoy your life, like so that's the biggest thing, is enjoying your life, not just coming here to go from pillar to post, right? Not just coming to planet Earth to survive, but are you doing what's necessary to actually use the gifts and the talents that you have to impact your own life first and the lives of other people? Are you using your gifts and talents in a manner that will cause you not only to have access to more of what you love and more of what you desire, but also to be able to pass some of that amazingness on to other people, whether it's monetary and material, or whether it's intangible and invisible, whether it is that what you can put your hands on, grasp and hold, or whether it's that which you send to other people, love and light and life and peace and good thoughts and powerful energy and good vibrations, right? So just take a look at your schedule. Just take a look at your day-to-day activity. Just open up your awareness and begin to ask yourself, am I doing something that's just busyness, or does this actually lend to me creating an amazing life or me enjoying an amazing life. Two things we concerned with. That's creating and enjoying. Whether it's creating and enjoying for you or creating and enjoying with those you love. But when we make the deliberate decision to get away from all of this busyness and what it makes us think and what it makes other people think, then we can move closer to the power of creation and enjoying that which we create. And then you manifest in good. All right, y'all. So being busy does not mean success. And if somebody asks you, have you been busy? Get to the place where you can say, if I want to. If I want to be busy doing activities that help me create or enjoy, that's my choice. But if I just want to chill out, if I need to rest, if I just want to sit on the back porch and look at how beautifully green the trees and the grass are, I can do that as well. And it's perfectly okay. So make your decision today to move away from busyness and to move towards creation. And that's how you can intentionally manifest more of the experiences that you desire, both personally and professionally. All right, y'all. See you later. Go manifest. I am.